Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Today is tip of the day number 28 and we're heading up for 30. I've really enjoyed the series and I've got some interesting tip of the days planned ahead. But today I want to look at something that is not too well understood. People are familiar with the concept, they don't know the details, they don't know necessarily how to set it up or how to control it, and it's the drive profile known as Valet Mode. Now, we've referred to it in the past but never gone into it. What I want to do today is talk about the restrictions that Valet Mode imposes upon whoever your driver is. Now obviously we're not trying to use Valet Mode to punish our kids, to restrict our wife or partner. By the way, 94% of you guys out there are just that, guys. Only 6% are the lovely ladies. Where are you all? I'm sure there are more female fans of Tesla than 6%. Maybe the ladies don't like wasting time on the internet browsing around YouTube, but in any case, if you use Valet Mode to restrict your spouse, you don't deserve them. So the real reason we might use Valet Mode is exactly that. We're giving the car over to a valet to park our car for us. There are probably a few other occasions when you may wish to restrict just what a person can do when they jump into the car. But let's look at how we do it and what the restrictions are and how you can set and unset. So first of all, let's jump into the car and I'll show you where you find Valet Mode under the driver profiles. From within the car, let's take a look at our interaction with Valet Mode. We go up to the driver profile section here, where right now it's easy entry. It would be on Peter if I put my foot in the brake. Doesn't matter what I'm on. Underneath this driver profile listing is Valet Mode, right at the bottom there. I'm going to turn it on. Immediately, the Sentry Mode icon was disabled. The word valet appears above the area where speed will show. So, to me, that's a little too discreet. I want a person who's driving this car in Valet Mode to have the word Valet Mode written right across there, so they know there are some things you cannot do. We'll look at those in a minute. So Valet Mode is there. Well, what if they try to change it? What if they're out on the road and they say, well, what the heck, let's get out of this Valet Mode and enjoy the car. Tap it. Oh dear. Now they have the need to put in the 4-digit PIN, which they clearly don't know. Now, I'm going to show you a way around that. If you forgot your PIN, just go and enter your login. Go and put your email address that is associated with your Tesla account, put your password, then it will let you disable this and bypass your forgotten PIN. But the valet driver doesn't know that. So when he's driving, he has to put numbers in, and he can try all kind of numbers, 1, 3, and that doesn't disable it. Well, I'm going to enter mine, and obviously I'm going to put my hand in front like that and put the number in. Alright, so now I've put the PIN in and I can choose disable. So I, the legal owner of the car, disabled it. I'm Peter. I get back in the car. Everything is working once again and Valet Mode has disappeared from there. However, as I'm going to show you now, if you control this from your phone app, you don't need to put in a PIN. We're back, and now we're going to take a look at how you can control it on your phone. So let's look at what you can and cannot do through the phone app with regards to Valet Mode. So get into your Tesla app, tap on Controls, and there you have Valet Mode down the middle of the page. If we're going to turn it on, we have Valet Mode enabled. Any person going to drive my car will now be subject to the restrictions of Valet Mode. Now you notice that I'm able to turn it off and on at will. It's not asking me for a PIN. The simple reason for that is it's already had me log in. I've already had to use my password to log into the Tesla app, and you'll notice just below the word Valet Mode it says clear the PIN. Are you sure you can create a new PIN the next time you enter Valet Mode? No, I'm not sure. I actually want to keep it. But there it is. If you want to clear it, you could use that. So right now I've disabled Valet Mode again, but it's just as easy to enable it at any time that I need it. Let's take a look at what are the restrictions that a driver would have to encounter if valet mode had been set for the car. Valet mode in many ways is like having hands around your throat, choking the life out of you. Well, choking the life out of the performance of your car. But the restrictions go much deeper than that. So let's take a look at everything that is prevented when the car is in valet mode. So first of all, obviously, the speed is restricted. Now, it's not restricted as much as I would have liked it to be. In kilometers, it's 113k. In miles per hour, it's 70. That's the upper limit. So you cannot go any faster than that in valet mode. But also, maximum acceleration, maximum power have been throttled back, and there's a restriction on that as well. So a few things are locked up. The front trunk, we know as the frunk, and the glove box are both permanently locked. The driver cannot access them. So if you have things you don't want the valet or anybody else driving your car to be fiddling with, put them in the glove compartment, put them in the frunk, don't put them in the trunk. There's no protection there at all. The home link is disabled as well. So if they were to somehow drive up to your home and try and get into your garage using the home link, it simply does not work. And the reasons for that are fairly obvious. Another thing that's been restricted are voice commands. The driver cannot issue any voice commands and have the car respond to that. Driver profiles, for obvious reasons, are not accessible. You saw when we were in the car, I tapped on the profiles, I tried to change it, and it asked me for the 4-digit PIN. So the guy doing your valet parking for you cannot simply jump into your profile and then have carte blanche with whatever they want to do. That's not going to work. Allowing mobile access from a phone, that's also disabled. No one from inside the car can try to use a phone to get in and disable that setting. The touch screen will also not show the list of keys that enable your Tesla to be able to be driven. For example, if the keys in my family were Philippa's phone, Jillian's phone, Janine's phone, my phone, and the cards, none of that information would be available for them to see. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are both disabled, so they cannot sit in the basement and sit watching your Netflix channel for hours while they should be parking cars. Bluetooth disabled, you cannot add a new phone to it, and it won't show you the existing phones that are connected as well. So there it is, a lot of restrictions, a lot of limitations, takes all the fun out of driving the car, and it's exactly what you want if you're trying to restrict someone's control over your car. I know it's called valet mode, but there are many other occasions when you might lend the car to a friend who's not that much of a friend, or just other reasons that you may have personally. And it's nice to know that valet mode will tame them, will keep them under control, will not let them do things that you wouldn't want them to be up to. So here's some news. The winner of the pair of headrests, Mark Fitzpatrick, direct tweeted me to say that he sadly does not have a Model 3 yet, and was gracious enough to put those headrests back into the draw. So once this episode goes up, I'll make the draw, put the name of the winner in a pinned comment and in the video description. So good luck to all of you, and I'm sure that hope springs eternal. So that's it for today, and today is Thursday, and that's the end of the week. We run the Model 3 tip of the day from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the weekend. I look at uploading other episodes, and I have 2 that I have in mind for this weekend. We'll see how the weekend goes. Thank you again for watching the channel. Thanks again for all of your encouragement and your support and all of the comments that you keep leaving. I love it. So do feel free to use this referral code if you should be contemplating the purchase of a new car, but don't use just the number of the code. Jump into the description, use the link which takes you to the ordering page, but it automatically applies the code on your behalf. So until next Monday when we have our next tip of the day, which will be episode 29, stay safe, stay well. We'll see you again next week.